online crew. How is everybody? Today I'm going to share with you some thoughts from somebody who has gained 300 plus customers for their network marketing business without any cold messaging. Would you like to know how to do that for yourself? Would that be something that you would like to achieve? Getting more customers without actually cold messaging or hassling anybody. This is a really, really important topic, guys, because you need to learn how to build on social media the right way that's going to get you results. I'm sure every one of you would like that. There is a right way and there is a wrong way to build on social media, and there are still lots of people in this industry building the wrong way, and that's not what we want for you, because one, old spammy strategies don't work, and two, there is too much of a risk for you. If you haven't heard this lately, I'm sharing with you, Facebook is really starting to crack down on a number of things. One of those is political things. Don't go there, guys. Don't enter the debate about what's happening politically in your country. I heard the headlines this morning regarding Trump. So interesting times in some parts of the world, but you just don't want to enter that discussion because it's against their community standards. You also don't want to be blatantly pushing your business on your personal profile because that is also against their community standards, and you will get blocked for a period of time or shut down altogether. So how we grow a business on social media and do it the right way is really, really important for you to know, okay? So I'm going to share with you some thoughts from, well, learnings and strategies from somebody. So this is not, I do want to clarify, this is not from somebody within my own network marketing company. This is an interview that I listened to with from somebody else in another network marketing company who's got over 300 customers just from social media, but not doing it in a spammy way. And I wanted to share with you guys what those suggestions and strategies were. Okay? Is that okay with you guys? If we have not met before, my name is Helen Martin and I am your online crew captain, and I am back. I have been on holidays for, on and off, just little trips, here, there and everywhere between Christmas, but I am now back into the saddle, getting into the groove of things, getting everything back on track. And I really want, to be able to arm you guys with the tools, the strategies, the resources, the latest and greatest on social media to help you really get some traction in your business this year. Does that sound good? I hope it does, because that's what my goal is for you guys this year. And I hope you're ready. Are you ready? Are you ready for this year to be a great year in your business? Are you ready to buckle down and really get some consistency in your business and social media? Because that's what you really want to try to achieve to get anywhere, okay? So a couple of reminders, and this will shine through in the content that I'm sharing with you today regarding building your own brand on social media, not your network marketing company, direct sales, digital marketing, whatever business that you are in. If you're in this business model that we talk about here regarding direct sales, network marketing, digital marketing, all that kind of stuff, or you've got a little business of your own, you want to brand you. People go into business with you. So the whole branding discussion is the foundation of everything you do. Now, there's lots of discussion versus business page, personal profile. There are successful people out there that do very well just on their personal profiles, and they'll say to you, you don't need a business page. I don't agree. You need to play on both. You're not two different people, for starters. You're the one person. You need a business page for scale, to get to more people. You can't leverage a personal profile. You can meet a lot of people, you can make new friends, you can get followers, and you should be doing that anyway for your business. But you can't leverage a personal profile, and it's against Facebook's community standards to build a business on a personal profile. So somewhere amongst all of that, you guys need to work out what you're doing on both. And it shouldn't be one or the other. It should be a mixture of both. But starting next Monday, I'm starting up my branding course again. I think it's around 19 or 20, the 20th or the 19th. I can't remember which one. I'll have to look that up. Of that course, which sets the foundation of your brand. We do concentrate on a business page because that's where the future is for you on social media, well, particularly Facebook. But once you build a brand, you can take that out to any platform, okay? But we can talk about personal profiles as well. All right. So if you are a member of my coaching community, you get a $50 discount to the branding course. So those of you that are already in my coaching community, make sure you message me for the discounted link. Those of you that want to get into the coaching community, you could pick up that discounted link, and that's actually cheaper for you to get in my coaching community and do the branding course with the discount than just doing the branding course alone. No brainer, guys. And if you join the coaching community this month, you get the over $7,700 worth of practical social media training, from branding to content creation to bots to Facebook advertising to Instagram to building a business page to building your influence, building, attraction marketing. All that is already included, and you get immediate access to that. So all those details are up above. So welcome. If you are watching from my business page or you are watching from my free group, Social Media Strategies for Home Business Owners, hello to you guys. Let me know where you're watching from today. What parts of the globe are we reaching today? Would love to know. So get onto the content in a second. Just going to say hello to a few people. We've got Matthew here. How are you? We've got Maria. Hello, Cherie. Beth is here as well. We've got Christine. Lovely to see you guys here. Definitely 300 customers without cold calling. You'd like to know how she did that? Well, I'm going to share her strategies and tips with you. Okay. Hello, Melissa. Great to see you on. Cindy. And if you want to know what Cindy just reminded me, because I think she asked me a question yesterday, or maybe it was someone else, I can't remember. My foot, those of you that are following along with my foot, I had a tetanus injection yesterday, so I've got all that covered, and I had an x-ray early this morning, and there is no glass left in my foot. So we're tracking well. I've just got to wait for it to heal because it's very sore to stand on. But there's a little update for you regarding my little holiday injury there. Hello, Leslie. Great to see you here. We've got Yvette as well. Laurie, Olive is here. How's your foot? So I saw that before I commented. So thank you for asking, Olive. Hello, Hero. How are you? We've got Susan saying hello to everybody. Yay, we are ready to rock and roll. Good to hear. We are glad you're back. That's enough gallivanting around. So Laurie wants me back on deck. Not allowed to have fun anymore. Back on track. No, all good. The break has been good. So we've got Jeanette here as well, and Melvette. We've got Cindy from Canada, Laurie from Tennessee, baby. Michelle is from Calgary. We've got Hero from Guam, Christine from Yagawarra, Victoria, awesome. Jade is from different type of Victoria, BC, Canada. Jeanette is from nowhere. That's funny. Toronto, Ontario, Canada, of course. Watching from Arizona in the US. Love it. Western Canada. Good to see all these places coming in today. Greetings from Mississippi. Thank you for all you do. Pleasure. Not sure who that is. If anyone appears like this, you know you've left a comment. Others in the group can see it right now, but it means you're watching from the group, not my business page. And there's a link at the very bottom of the description. You won't see it if you're watching from my page. You'll only see it if you're watching from my group. And it just says, I'm broadcasting from StreamYard. And you just click on that link that says streamyard.com/Facebook. And then I'll be able to see who you are. Woohoo! Wonderful, Helen Martin. So glad you're getting there with the foot. BC, Canada, lots of snow today. Howdy, crew. Cracking day on the Central Coast. Good to hear, Rick. Great to see you on. Hello, Annika. Great to see you here. We've got Sophie. We've got Yvette. Thank you, Yvette. Cynthia is here. Haley from the UK. So Haley's staying up late. It'll be late in the UK. And for those of you that are interested, tomorrow, this will be good for the UK people. I'm going live an hour and a half earlier than I normally do now because I'm hosting a couple of webinars tomorrow. I'm all over the place tomorrow, so I have to fit my live in around that. So I will be live here an hour and a half normally than now. Germany, what time is it in Germany, Annika? Medicine Hat, Alberta, Canada. We've got Gina. We've got Sophie. Jeanette is from Melbourne. That's in Australia. Scotland. Great to hear about your foot. Does not have any glass in it anymore. Yeah, I was great. It was good to hear. So we've got Scotland as well. Just gone midnight in the UK. So great to see you all guys here. So just to reiterate, if you jumped on a little bit later than my intro, what I'm sharing with you is strategies that somebody who has achieved more than 300 plus customers from social media, how they've done that without cold messaging. So this is what they've done, and I'm sharing it with you. Okay, so just listen to these steps that I'm about to share. So first one, hopefully you guys already know this. Whether you actually stick to it or not is another thing, but consistency will always win. Consistency often wins over skill. You know that with sporting, people that, somebody might be really, really skilled at a sport, but if they're not consistent with their practice or showing up or stuff like that, they always get left behind. So consistency, posting. Now, I'm not going to go into this today, but there are strategies around how often you should post on a business page, how often you should post on a personal profile, all those kind of things. That's training for another day. If you don't already know the answers to that, I can do that in another training in the near future, but whatever you're doing, do it consistently. When you disappear from social media, guess what happens to your viewers and the people that were following you? They've already gone elsewhere. So continually showing up, obviously, is really, really important. Share your voice. So if you haven't worked out your brand yet, some of you may not have. That's why you want to be on the branding course next week, details above. But share your voice. What is important to you? Think of this, if you don't know where to start with this, think of this by writing down the top 5 things that are important to you. So it might be, family, your family unit, kids, whatever it is for you, grandchildren, whatever's relevant to you in your life, and sharing that. What interests do you have? Do you like cooking? Do you like reading? Do you like, sharing recipes, health and wellness? Like, what is it that you're interested in? And have 5 core topics that you will rotate in your content. That's more relevant to a personal profile than on a business page. You'll have a brand and you will, for the most part, put content out that is relevant to your brand. Either way, you need to show up as you need to share your voice. What's important to you? What do you care about? Telling stories, story-based content, but your voice, you showing up. Like a business page full of quotes or a personal profile full of shared content is not going to get you anywhere. So it needs to be original content. More about that tomorrow. Stay tuned tomorrow to continue this discussion regarding, what's going to get you more engagement. But sharing your voice on a key number of topics, whether it's 3, whether it's 5, that's up to you, but sharing your thoughts, your stories, what's important to you. Okay. So for this person that got over 300 customers, there is a particular topic. This particular person was in sort of health and wellness and constantly talks about that. That's her voice. That's what she shares over and over again. So people get to know that about you. If you want to become an influencer on a particular topic, just talk about that topic over and over and over and over and over and over again. As time goes by, people get to see you as somebody having influence on that particular topic. Okay, it's not rocket science, guys, but it's consistency. It's absolutely consistency. You don't need to be a specialist. You don't need to be successful. You just need to really care about certain topics and talk about those topics all the time and share value, around those topics. The third thing she mentioned is make new friends with people in similar interest groups. So hopefully if you're growing your network on social media, you're doing that anyway, but you want to find groups that have similar interests to those 5 core topics that you might have for yourself and make new friends in those groups. Very, very important. Thankfully, this person was saying what I believe in and teach you guys all the time. Be a human before you're a marketer. Like actually make a friend before you go in for the sale. It's really important to grow, always be growing your network, guys, however you want to do that. Some of you will do that through gaining leads, through paid strategies. Some of you will be doing that organically by making new friends, friend requests. The groups is a big part of that. So networking and making new friends in groups that have similar interests to yours. So those top five topics that we talked about regarding what are, 5 core things that are really important to you, go and find groups that represent those 5 core topics and go and make some new friends. Okay. Then when you are in those groups and you're making friends, you be helpful. So this is all this person has done to get over 300 customers for social media without cold messaging. Okay, this is called networking. This is called building, an audience and building influence. So going and making new friends and sharing information, valuable information, and being helpful to people first and foremost before you think of the sale. And then when you are being helpful, you could share some information without an agenda, without the sale at the end of it. Like, let go of the outcome. Just genuinely be a helpful human being to others with something that somebody might be struggling with in an area of interest that you have. Okay, does that all make sense to you guys so far? Some of you will be doing this every day and you're on top of this and you're going, yep, I'm doing that, I'm doing that, I'm doing that. This is awesome. This is just reiterating what I'm already doing. I need to stay on the same path. Some of you, it might be, oh, I probably should do a little bit more of that, or, oh, I need to be a little bit more consistent, or maybe there's another couple of groups I could go and find that have the same interest as I do and I can meet more people that way. So you post valuable information in those groups and you make more friends. And then, from that discussion, you can offer them to look at some more information without an agenda that's going to be helpful for that person. Remember, when people know you care, they'll start to care about what it is that you have. If they start to think that you've got an agenda of some sort, then that's when the skepticism, rises, okay? So be helpful, but share without an agenda, okay? Just remember, one example that this girl actually mentioned was, let's say you're in a gathering with people. So more of an in-person example, but you've got a plate of cookies. Okay. Now you'll go around and say, would you like one or would you not? So you go to somebody and somebody says, yeah, I'd love one. They take one. You go to the next person and somebody says, oh, no, thank you. I'm all good. Would you be offended if somebody didn't take your cookie? Now, I guess it depends how attached you are to your cookie, but generally it's not a big deal, is it? Somebody will take maybe some information that you've presented to them and other people won't take it. Does it really matter? Is it a big deal? No, some people are not going to take the cookie. Some people just don't want it. Some people are just, it's not the right time for them to eat the cookie because they just had a meal and they're not hungry anymore. But tomorrow or the next day, they might be. So don't get tied to the outcome of somebody taking your information or not. It just might not be the right time for them. What you want to continue to do, though, is always maintain your relationships, because we know in this industry, when someone says no, it doesn't mean no forever. It's just that the timing may not be right. And when you're consistent and you continue to show up and talk about the topics that are important to you, people do come back. This is the really interesting thing about growing an audience and growing your influence. Most of you want it yesterday, so that's where a lot of people give up. They give up before the traction happens. They give up before the momentum happens. But if you stay consistent and you hang in there and you keep learning about what's going to get you more traction and how to get more organic reach and how to engage with more people, and you keep learning these strategies, but you don't ever give up, that will pay off, guys, and people will come back. But you got to stay in there for the long haul. Okay. So on that, another tip from this person was have patience. If you're going to grow through attraction marketing, which is what, basically I teach here, is to learn to attract people to you, grow your audience and engage with people and, grow your influence on social media. It does take time, but you've got to be willing to allow that time rather than hoping that it would happen, yesterday, and it hasn't, and so you give up. But if you hang in there, you stick with the attraction marketing model and you're consistently posting about, the 3 to 5 things that are important to you, you can't not get traction from that if you're posting, with valuable information. I just want to share with you an example that I heard this morning that's a valued member of our community has shared with me. Somebody's just recently been blocked from Facebook for a period of time because they were posting about, and this is a specific example, and some of you this may be relatable to, regarding, but no names, no specificity, you know, that word, to it, but it was relating to an essential oil. Okay, now it could be a health and wellness product. But whatever the post was, it was very, blatant to Facebook, obviously, that it was trying to make a sale of some sort or some kind of really open post about, an essential oil. And an alert came up saying, this is against our community standards and you are blocked for a period of time. So I would really encourage you guys to be on high alert as to what you're posting and where you're posting it. This is why you want to establish your brand and not be tied to your network marketing company, your direct sales company, your digital marketing business, whatever it is. This is what branding is all about. If you don't get this yet, please join me next week. I work with you for a month on the branding course. It's dirt cheap to work, with me for a month on your branding message. Details, are above. You need to really focus on that because you are not about a particular oil. You are not about a particular health and wellness product. It's not what it's about. It's building relationships and influence and attracting people to you for who you are, the helpful person that you are, and that you can help people be better in their health, or you can help people generate an extra income on the side, or start a digital business, or have extra income streams, whatever it is that you want to align yourself to, but you brand yourself. So Facebook is getting much tighter regarding a number of topics, one of those being political. Don't be political on Facebook, you'll get shut down. And you can't be seen to be promoting your business blatantly on your personal profile. It's against Facebook's community standards and policies. So we need to come from a place of what this person that I'm sharing with you, 300 customers without one cold call message, was just showing up consistently, talking about things that are of interest of her, top 5 things, and rotating those 5 things so people get to know what's important to her. And she starts to look like an expert, even if she's not. Okay, and people start to resonate with that. And then somewhere in the future, if they're like, oh, I've got a problem with that, oh, I know, I can go and contact her because she's got lots of good information about that particular thing. Okay, and going and networking with new people, making new friends, getting in groups, same interest type groups, and giving valuable information and making new friends that way. And being really patient. A lot of people don't stick with attraction marketing, or they say attraction marketing doesn't work because they think it's just too slow for some people. You can't build influence overnight. You can't build an audience overnight. It takes time, energy, passion, consistency, all of that. So be patient, with your results. And if something's not working, then be adult enough to evaluate that. What's not working? What have I been doing for the past 12 months that's not working? What skill am I missing? Or what mental block do I have? That's your job. You need to evaluate if things aren't working in your business. What is it that's not working in your business? Well, I'm just not getting any results. Well, how so? What's going on? Well, I don't get any traction on my posts. Okay, what are you posting? You need to really dive deep and evaluate what you are and you aren't doing. Because there's people out there like this person that I'm talking about that all they're doing is being consistent, showing up and building influence on a few particular topics, going into groups, meeting new people, becoming a friend before they're a marketer. Remember, be a human before you're a marketer, all those kind of things, and being patient and consistent with all of that. And look at their results. It's not rocket science. I'm probably not sharing anything new with you guys, but you've got to do it consistently and come from a place of sharing value, but, being patient with it. And also along the way with all of this, her last point was continually working on personal development and personal growth, because most of your blocks come from up here. Thinking you can't do it, or getting all emotional about I'm posting stuff and, no one's engaging with me, and you get all emotional about it rather than actually fixing the problem. Getting all emotional and tied up about things that aren't going well in your business is not going to do you any favors. You need to get out of emotion and into evaluation. So get all those thoughts out of your head. Nothing's working. I knew this wouldn't work. I don't know if I can do this anymore. That's all emotion that gets all caught up in here, and it sends you in a spin, and it doesn't make you feel good. And things that don't make you feel good, you don't do. So therefore, your business just goes from bad to worse. You need to get out of all of that stuff in your head and go, okay, no, is this what I want? Do I really want to give a good go at this business? Yes. Okay, then I need to actually sort out through evaluation what's not working. Okay, let's get out of the, oh, woe is me and the victim stuff and actually start evaluating, okay, what skill am I missing? What's not working? Okay, what can I find? What question can I ask? Those in the coaching community of mine, that's where you turn up on our Zoom calls, our live Q&A Zoom calls, and go, Helen, this particular element of my business is not working. What would you recommend? Or this is what I've tried. This is not working. Do you have any suggestions how I could do that differently? Well, yes, actually, blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. That's your responsibility to work out what's not working and what's, asking questions. Your responsibility, okay? Yes, hero, we need to have patience. Annika, so how can I be helpful when I don't know where to start? When I don't have the experience to help somebody? You don't need to have the experience. You need to have the desire on a particular topic to help people. So this is where a lot of people get caught up in our industry, is they think they need to be an expert to help other people. You only need to be one step of the person that you're sharing some information with or giving some helpful information. You invest, you learn, you teach it. Let me say that again. You invest in something, invest in some, it could be free training, but free training will only get you so far, guys. There are so many people in this industry that want a 6-figure income on free training. It won't happen. You have to invest in higher skill levels to get where you want to go. So work out what it is that you need, what's missing, invest in some training, learn in it, turn around and teach it. So it's just a matter of honing in on a skill, whatever skill you want to become known for. So Annika, what do you want to be known for? What do you want people to look at you and go, oh, she's really good at advice on XYZ? That could be, oh, I'm looking for an extra income stream. Oh, Annika's your girl because she's building a business, online. Or I'm not sleeping, I'm feeling unhealthy. Oh, Annika's your girl. Hopefully I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Because she shares all this information about food and recipes and energy and stuff like that. Like, you need to post on what it is that you want to be known for. And then we need to have this conversation regarding, where am I doing that? Is that on my personal profile? Is that on a business page? Remember, it's against a community standards to push something on a personal profile. So you may end up creating a group and putting some targeted information in a group. Or you may start a business page, that's what my branding course is for, and create a brand for yourself. And you can filter that through your personal profile in very strategic ways, but not pushy ways. So there's all sorts of things to talk about regarding this, but you don't necessarily have to have experience to help somebody else, Annika. You need to want to learn, and then you go and learn it. And then you give value to other people. And when you give value to other people, they look at you in a different light. And they look at you as somebody who's being helpful, somebody that they want to get to know, somebody that they may turn around and go, what is it that you're doing? I'm really intrigued with all this information that you've been sharing lately. Let people know what your passions are. That's an awesome example. The cookies. So Ira, LLL, your limitless possibilities. We've all got limitless possibilities. We just need to tune into them. Every one of you has got something unique about you that you can share with the world that people are waiting to hear. What is that for you? What do you want to be known for? What do you want to get really good at? What do you want to give valuable information about? Have a real good think about that for you. And yet just be one step ahead of somebody else. You don't need to be the expert. And as, a lot of you would have heard this about me, but when I first started talking about social media and attraction marketing, I've shared with you guys many times, I was one of the last people on Facebook. I didn't know what I was doing. I was talking about attraction marketing, but I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just learning it, implementing it in my own network marketing business, and suggesting So when you come off on social media and go, you should do this and you should do that, but you're not known as the expert yet, like people are looking at you going, why is she suddenly talking about that? That doesn't make sense. You know, she's an accountant and now she's supposedly an expert in health and wellness. We need to learn to share, and you need to share it in a way that's a passion of yours. And this is what I'm learning, and I thought this might be useful to other people, so I thought I'd share it with you guys. And you do a live video about it. So it's the way you come across to people. It's the way, the language that you use, the way that you share, instead of coming across as this supposed new expert when nobody knows you as having any knowledge on that particular topic. You can turn up on social media and say, I've got a new passion. I'm really following this, and I learned this the other day and I really wanted to share it with you guys because I thought it might be useful to somebody out there in social media. Like, it's the way you come across to people with what you're sharing. You know, and this is right, Matthew. No need to be an expert. You just need to give value and be your authentic self with purpose. And it's a very good point that Matthew's made. You just need to be you. You don't need to be anybody that you're not. You don't need to be an expert or portray that you're an expert when you're not. You just need to be you, and you've got passions of some sort. So you're just sharing your passions, but you learn a little bit more about something. You know, you might invest in a bit of training or something, learn a new skill, and then turn around and teach it to others. Only one step ahead of the person that you're sharing the information with. That's right, Beth. Be a tour guide. Great point. Yeah, I'm feeling that right about now, Chantel. I need to have a breath and a drink. I'll do that in a second. Say things like, I'm learning that instead of this is what you should do. Exactly. Yvette, this is why we have to build up our self-confidence and influence and learn your business. If you don't know, you can find out. People will wait for an answer from you. Yeah, you don't want to come across as knowing something that you actually don't. And I don't know all the answers about social media. You know, some of the questions that it's a minefield when you talk about social media and building online. I don't always know the answers. So I'm quite happy to say with someone, I'm not exactly sure about that. Let me look into it and I'll get back to you. Or better yet, you help somebody be more resourceful and you'll say to them, look, I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure if you Google that, you know, some of you don't realize you'll ask me a question. I don't know the answer. I'll go and Google it, research the answer, and turn around and tell it to you guys. It's just because I'm more resourceful than you guys. Some people can't think for themselves. Entrepreneurs need to. And these are the kind of skills that we build and grow as an entrepreneur. You've got to become really resourceful. And you can become very, very helpful to people just by learning yourself. And this is one example I always come back to, and you should all remember this. Remember how Oprah Winfrey became famous. How did she become famous? She interviewed other people. Now, I'm not saying that your whole social media presence has to be interviewing other people. Don't take that literally. But she became an influencer and somebody that grew a huge audience and following by interviewing other people. What was her expertise? Well, eventually it became in, you know, how to conduct a really good interview. But the skills come from everyone else. So you don't have to be the expert in whatever it is. You could start by interviewing other people or learning from other people that write books about the topic that you are interested in. Learn something, turn around and teach it. And this is how you set yourself apart from the crowd, and this is how you start to build a brand. You give out valuable information than selling. There are so many people in our industry that are just trying to sell on social media. Can you make a sale? Yes. Have you seen uplines in your company that are really, really successful, that do salesy things, and you look at them and go, oh, I thought we weren't allowed to do that, but they're doing that, so I'm going to copy them. It's because they've already got influence. Doesn't mean they won't get shut down somewhere along the line, though, by Facebook. But people that have already got an audience and already got a following and already got influence can get away with things that you can't, because people don't see you that way yet. You got to earn the right for people to follow you. You got to earn the right for people to buy something off you. How do you do that? Consistent, valuable information, you know, all the rest of the stuff that we've already talked about. Okay? Just let people know who you are. Yeah, and people get to know you. Like, I'm really passionate about certain things, and you guys that have followed me for quite some time would know that. You know that I'm passionate about the industry. You know I get really narky about people that send me spammy messages, because we all have to wear the fallout from that. Like, there's things that you guys would know about me, but you would have never met me in person, correct? But because I show up 5 days a week here and give you guys free training, you get to know that I'm really passionate about helping other people in the industry. You would only know that because I continue to show up. I'm doing a 90-day live challenge. Awesome, Haley. Great way to, start growing an audience. I'm doing walking the dog hair videos cooking. Walking the dog hair videos cooking. Okay, so I'm presuming you've got some different interests there. Where you can streamline your interests, even better, but people are getting to know you by doing that. So that's a really good start. Okay. Beth, thank you so much for your knowledge and for teaching us to be resourceful and better leaders. No problem. Thank you for your comment. It's so true. Matthew, as long as you give them credit, watch how you become a mega magnetic field. And that's a really good point from Matthew as well, is if you learn something from somebody, like you guys would know from me, there's a few people that I follow. I talk about Kerwin Ray a lot, who's an Australian guy, made millions on social media, but he's just a really good all-rounder in business and making money online and stuff like that. And when I learn things from him, I tell you guys, if I pick up something from Mel Robbins, the author of the 5-4-3-2-1 book, I'll say to you guys, oh, I heard this great training from Mel Robbins the other day and I wanted to share it with you. So I often am quoting from my sources. So give credit where credit is due. So that's a good point from Matthew as well. Okay, Haley, just trying something new, and we're in full lockdown, so more people tune in. I don't want to talk about what I sell, and I would recommend that you stick to that, Haley. That's a good strategy. Selling is very short-lived. It doesn't mean you can't ever sell through social media, but there's a strategy to it. You want to get people to know, like, and trust you before they'll buy off you. That's just how it works. People just, they want to buy off people that they know, like, and trust, particularly in the industry that we are in. Okay, so I've talked for way too long, but hopefully that discussion is valuable for you guys. And just to share with you this experience of this person that I listened to that was interviewed, of having 300 plus customers. It's not rocket science. It's stuff that I keep sharing with you guys over and over again, but it's not selling and it's not cold messaging. Build friendships on social media, be consistent, build your brands, lead with value. Be a human before you're a marketer. Okay, we'll leave it on that note, but I'm going to share with you more about this kind of topic regarding increasing your engagement tomorrow. But remember, I'll be an hour and a half earlier than I normally am because a couple of webinars that I'm hosting. And don't forget, the branding course starts next Monday, but if you're in our coaching community, you can get a $50 discount to that branding course. So it's actually cheaper to join the coaching community and do the branding course than just do the course on its own. But all the details are up above if you need that. Thank you for joining me today. Sorry it went a little bit longer, but great discussion. This is the backbone of everything you do on social media. Everybody's looking for the funnel, the Facebook hack, all the groovy stuff, but it's this consistency and leading with value and knowing your brand and all this kind of stuff that's going to make you win on social media and build a great business. Okay, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye.